today. Guys, for those of you who don't know who we are, this is the Build Your Online Business Show. And today I'm here with my esteemed co-host, Jamie Hopkins, America's favorite publisher, and Chiquita Lindsay, the boss in that real estate investment game. We call her Queen. And of course, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Reverend Dr. Danielle Patterson Winningham, former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. And today we're going to be talking about the difference between thankful and complacent. There's a difference. And I thought it was critical we talk about that, especially here on the eve of Thanksgiving. You know, just because you have been blessed doesn't mean you should not ask for more or expect more. Now, everything about me is blessed. The fact that I woke up this morning, I'm blessed. And so some of you will wake up and say, oh, the Lord woke me up this morning. I can't ask for more than that. Well, you know, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And he was actually very specific in the fact that you have not because you ask not.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a distinct difference between thankful and complacent.
Yeah.
And we've got to make sure that just because we've been blessed doesn't mean we're not asking for more.
Yeah, so why do we put limits on God?
Because those, you know what? Those are actually limits we're putting on ourselves. And that's another thing I want to talk about this morning. And if you haven't shared the broadcast, guys, go ahead and share the broadcast. Stop lying on God. Y'all need to stop telling lies on God. Y'all gonna get struck by lightning. Well, the Lord told me it's not time for me to move yet. Boo, you lying.
Yeah.
You may have heard a voice, but was it him?
Ooh.
Your fear may have told you you ain't ready to move yet.
That's the truth.
So I hear people all the time. Well, the Lord told me. Girl, I even had a woman one time. Let me tell you how it all went down. The woman was asking for resources. The woman tagged my name. The other woman said, I don't like somebody in her community, so I'm not going to fool with her. And the other woman yet said, yeah, the Lord had told me to. Girl, you the one. Are you crazy? I wasn't even fooling with you, girl. You the one tagged me in the post. And then all of a sudden, you just going to jump on a bandwagon because somebody else said not they don't fool with me. They said they don't fool with somebody in my community. That's crazy to me. I talked to somebody on the phone the other day. The Lord told me to go back to school. Did he? Did he tell you that? So sometimes I'm just, I think that we use our decisions and we blame it on the Lord because we don't want anybody to question us.
That's it.
Or call us out that we wrong. And you're right. Once you say the Lord told you, I'm not going to touch it, but God don't want you broke.
Right.
And what you have to realize is if whatever decision is keeping you stagnant, whatever decision you make is precluding your next level. If you are at that point where things are not coming up roses, then that voice you hearing is not God, because God does not want you broke. I heard the Lord say, Go on. I challenged the lady yesterday. She said, I heard the Lord say, go on out here and start a business. I said, well, did he tell you to stop and get some help? Did he tell you that? And I mean, she was honest. She said, I've been following you for 3 years. I said, don't you think God had a reason for you following me for all that time? If building a business was in your forecast, why wouldn't you have got some level of help? God is a God of wise counsel, and it's for always talking about get help, and being in a company of wise men and not being in a company of fools. So I just want to put that line out there. There's a big difference between being ungrateful and or being thankful and saying, are you thankful? Yet still asking for more, still asking to help more people, still asking to bless your family more? Or are you complacent and blaming thankfulness and gratefulness on, right, well, yes, I'm blessed the Lord gave me a job. Yes, but he did not give you that job permanently. That job was a stepping stone, a preparation tool to get you ready for your next step. It was not a forever blessing. When he fed the children of the Israelites that was running from the Pharaoh in the desert, he did not send them manna forever.
He gave them day's portion.
And not only that, he said, when you get to the promised land, I'm not going to rain down manna no more, because you'll be able to go and feed yourself.
Woo! Yes.
So let's talk about right now. He makes blessings available for all of us, from Oprah to Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
And he says, according to your faith and works. So do you have the faith that he can do more? And are you willing to do the work for more? And that's what it boils down to. But you cannot keep saying, everything is, well, if it's God's will. No. I'm going to sign up for coaching if it's God's will. No. God gives you the resources, the power to create wealth. Some things will stir around in your bank account if you start to stir around. And some of y'all are stirring too much with your 7 and 8 strings of income.
And no money. Right.
And no money.
Right.
You got 7 or 8 jobs and no money. You got 7 or 8 hustles and can't afford a now later. And I'm not picking fun. I'm telling you, at what point do you say, I want something different?
Yeah.
At what point does your logical mind say, that's going to have to be a no for me, dog? This ain't working. Mm-hmm. That's right, Platinum God said God and if don't go in the same sentence.
Right.
If the Lord be a willing, he already said, I will give you the desires of your heart. But more often than not, he's checking to see how bad you really want it.
Yeah.
Do you want it enough to get up and work for it? Do you want it enough to be uncomfortable? Do you want it enough to challenge the status quo? Do you want it enough to push beyond your current boundaries? Do you want it enough to leave your comfort zone? Do you want it enough to learn something new? Invest something new? Mm. Do you want it enough to stay up all night?
All night.
Can you tell me how many messages you got from me at different times last night, Jamie?
Ping, 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 ping. Ping, 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 ping. See, I know the difference when someone else is pinging me and when you're pinging me, Coach. Because typically it's in the middle of the night and it's back to back to back to back to back. It's ping, 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 ping.
And then you'll see a little break. I mean, I done went and laid down somewhere. And then, at midnight, it was ping, ping, ping. At 2:30, it was ping, ping, ping. Yep. And at 4, it was back ping, ping, ping. And I'm up on here this morning. The first thing Jamie said, I didn't expect to see you. For why? Why didn't you expect? I did this for a job.
Yeah.
I literally, our building was open 24 hours. And there was times where I would get up at 10, 11 o'clock at night and go into the building to meet with staff. Because they worked overnight. If I can do all that for them, I can do this for myself. I'm going to tell you, at the finish line, the only thing that's going to matter is how much you put in. That's it. That's the measure.
But you know what, Coach? I think it's a woman thing. Why is it, if God told you to do it, why are you asking your girlfriend, your neighbor? God's going to handle anything else that's going on if he puts you in that position. And that's the difference between women and men. Men will do a big deal.
Troy!
Like, oh, I don't like this person in the group. Well, God gonna handle that. Why are you worried about that as long as you get what's yours?
Half the time, the men don't even like each other.
No.
It's a business thing, and they separate business from personal. I think that's the issue with us, is that we don't know how to separate the business from the personal. And I was sharing with someone, I think it was my sister, I was like, you know what, at some point, and I've had to make decisions
I didn't even know. It was just...
with my friends. I would rather sever the business side to keep the relationship. So let's separate this. Let's keep our personal relationships, and we won't do business together. I'd rather do that versus trying to get with someone who
I'm on both
can't
phones,
separate and think that every decision I make has to be based on that friendship. It's not. It's a business move.
Right.
It's a business decision. What's best for the business? And so when Coach was talking about being thankful versus being complacent, a lot of us, and I'll speak for myself, because I was talking about last night in my class, I was teaching them and I was sharing with them about God wanting our yes. And if we say yes, he's already lined up everything else. All he's waiting for our yes, but not the first yes. Don't get it twisted, because the first yes is easy. First yes, Lord, I'll serve you. Yes, Lord, I'll do what you want. But not that yes. It's the second, the third yes. When things don't feel good, when I'm uncomfortable, yes, Lord, I trust you. It's that yes that he's looking for.
Girl, that's my song. Will your heart and soul say yes?
Yeah.
There is more that I require of you. And that's why most people don't get to that next level, because while you busy telling the Lord yes, the world may look like no.
Absolutely.
And you gotta be willing to ask again and again and again and again. There's this book we read called The 1 Minute Millionaire. If you've never read it, read it. It's an amazing book. I'm coming out with my $1 Million book list soon. It's gonna be on sale. But in that book, she talks about the third refusal.
Yeah.
And wanting stuff so bad, you're willing to ask at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not willing to ask 3 times, or do you really want it, or is it just something cursory you're saying? Because everybody, there's no way in hell, y'all. No way in Satan's hot, funky, musty hell that I would be proclaiming to hate my job, proclaiming to not like what I do, proclaiming to be stuck at a job, and somebody come along that says, I can help you, and me not throw everything I could at getting the help I need. I did this before. I did not buy new clothes. I did not buy new shoes. I did not buy new wigs. We ate every meal out this house because I asked my kids, if you just bear with me till I can get us free.
Yes.
So for y'all running around saying, I really want to make $1 million, till you throw something after of it, you really don't.
Do you really?
Do you know how much we had to sacrifice? Me and my kids had stickers on the lights. Don't be an N-word. Cut off the light. Just all kind of stuff. We went to the grocery store. We cooked every day. Everybody packed their lunch up at this house. We sacrificed. That's why I pay their rent. That's why I bought them cars. That's why I'm buying them a house when they graduate. See, people don't know that about my kids.
Right.
It was one Christmas. If I tell you what was under the tree, I'm embarrassed. But I said, if y'all just wait with me.
Yeah.
If you just wait with me, Mama got you. And that's why to this day I got them. It ain't nothing they can call this phone and ask, because they waited with me. They didn't have brand new back to school clothes.
Right.
Just wait with me. So people don't understand the journey. All they see is the money. All they see is the success. They don't see the sacrifice. And until you're willing to sacrifice, you will not have it. And it ain't good enough for you to sacrifice. Everybody around you is going to have to give up everything to have everything.
I said that to my sister yesterday, that she doesn't understand just how grateful I am to have her in my house. When I'm up here and I'm working, I'm barely moving, but she brings me dinner or she'll bring me breakfast. And yesterday she brought me coffee and she'll mop my floors. And I told her, I said, sister, it's coming, baby. I feel it. It's so heavy. The moment it gets this heavy, that's when I'm about to break through. But just hang in there with me. And it's the moments like these, Coach, when you have to understand. And I said this to God right before I got out of bed. I said, God, you can have it all. I just can't lose you. I need you, because without you, I can't make it. I will give up I've done it before.
But that's what you don't have to say. You got to realize that God don't want you to give. You don't have to give. You can have everything. Once you have God, you already have everything. God is everything. But he said, once you have me, all of these earthly things be unto you.
That's biblical, Coach.
Because once you have all these heavenly things, but he also said faith without works. And if you're not willing to do the work, you can't have it, y'all. And I'm looking for people who are ready to do the work. Y'all heard me talk to a woman the other day. She didn't even ask me how much. She said, Coach, I'm ready to go. I will find the money, free me. Yeah. She said, I will make the investment. Believe in me. She said, give me the strategy. I can't keep living like I'm living. And until you get that tired, you can't work with me.
That's true.
It was a time when it was about how much you was going to pay me. Now, you paying me and not doing your work is frustrating to me.
Yes.
It is frustrating. I hate it. It's almost like a waste of my time and my energy.
Can I say this?
First I had people, let me say this. First I had people that couldn't pay me. See, this is why you got to be careful what you ask the Lord for. So I said, Lord, send me people that can afford me. He sent them.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do their work. So my prayer in this season is, Lord, send the people who not only can afford me, but understand that the seed they sow over here is a return. They're going to get a return on their investment 10 times what they sow, 100 times what they sow, and that are willing to do the work. So if you're willing to do the work, go to bit.ly/BYOB combo, CONVO. If you're not ready to do the work, don't apply for no call. Don't get on my phone and say, Coach, I wish I could. If you was really ready, right?
Yeah.
You're either ready or you're not. And when you're ready, God works it out for you. And when you're not, that's okay. Don't waste people's time.
Mm-hmm.
Some of y'all, my team will call you. You'll set up an appointment and you don't even show up. Don't waste my time.
Right.
Don't do it. So if you're ready, go to bit.ly/BYOB combo. If you're ready to fight for your next level, if you're ready to fight for a better existence, if you're ready to fight your way up out of a job.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not ready, don't hit that link. Because I can't get you ready. I can't make you want it. But you had loaded the washer uneven. It was in there about to rock off the thing.
You know what, Coach? You're absolutely right. When I was one of those ones that went to work saying, I hate my job, it was killing me slowly, physically. High blood pressure, weight gain, stress, anxiety. And I came to the point when I met you, it's like, whatever the cost
whatever it costs. And that's the thing I don't get. And Shakita, that was how many years ago?
That was 2, and I left in 2017.
Yeah, but you worked with me longer than that.
I worked with you for about a year and a half. About a year and a half.
Okay, so about 4 years ago, let's just say 4, maybe 5. Wasn't no Uber Eats, wasn't no Favor. Wasn't all these extra jobs y'all are able to work right now to make money. That didn't exist. Right? And now you can still cook plates. Now you can still clean houses. If you don't have the money to hire me, you're not ready to hire me. Because it's too many ways to make money. I know somebody selling rolls for Thanksgiving. Sweet potato pies. People are selling tea cakes and cookies. I remember a story. One lady told me, she said she didn't have her rent money. And it was the 30th. She said she cried till she went to sleep. And when she went to sleep, she said she had a dream of being in the kitchen cooking tea cakes with her grandmama. She said she woke up, she had just enough money to go to the store and buy flour and butter and sugar. She said she came home and made about 15 dozen tea cakes and went out on the side of the road. When she sold them 15 dozen, she went back to the store, got some more butterfly. She said she did it every day till she paid her rent. She said in 2 days she made $700.
Wow.
See, people will buy your stuff, but they can't buy what you haven't cooked. They can't buy what you haven't offered. Nowadays, you got Craigslist and you can go out there. Man, if I had to sell every piece of furniture in my house to leave my job, see, what y'all don't get is now is a temporary condition. I ask my kids, if you just wait with me now, I can fix us for a lifetime. And if you're not willing to sacrifice now, you're losing time. You're losing your mentality. Your gifts are wasting away. I've never seen so many brilliant, talented people go to a job every day and waste their purpose, intellect, sweat equity, gifts, talents on a job. It takes nothing to get your pockets ready. Matter of fact, for Black Friday, for our coaching certification, we're going to be doing $99 down and no payments to 2020.
Yeah.
That's going to give you time to get ready. But you can't keep showing up short. You can't keep showing up and saying, let me in, coach. God knows what you about to go through way before you go through it. So you got to be ready. You can't wait till you get laid off and come over here and say, help, coach. You can't wait till you go through a divorce and then come over here and say, help, coach. You got to come over here and say, help, coach, knowing that that's going to prepare you for what's next. There's a big difference between thankful and complacent. Big difference.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got so much stuff to do today, guys. If you want to schedule a call, bit.ly/BYOB combo. Check us out. The BYOB show will be in live and living color tomorrow as soon as you eat your turkey and your dressing. Around 6 p.m., we're going to be releasing our Black Friday sale. But not only that, we're going to have some pivotal conversation around you and your next level. Guys, thank you. We're thankful for you for watching. You could be anywhere in the world. I never take people's time, energy, effort, or money for granted because I know people don't have to listen to you. They don't. So we not only appreciate you tuning in, but we hope you take these messages and change your life. All right. Thank you, guys.